This next guy is all the way from Winston-Salem. Worldly guy. And he likes to brag that he is known to few, but anonymous to many. Mr. Richard Maxon.
All right. How y'all doing this evening? I'm a little bit nervous to be up here. I see familiar faces out there. Hope this isn't an intervention. 7 of those things are enough. Was at one of the Christmas parties here a few weeks back. It wasn't long before I noticed that there were by far more women there than men. Question I kept asking myself was, what is the female equivalent of a sausage fest? And one about a week later, my wife got real mad. She overheard me say at a party to some friends of mine, I wish I could be 18 again, but with what I know now, was just a thinly veiled way of saying, I'd like to go back and hook up with some old girlfriends. Well, we had a pretty heated discussion back at the house. The upshot of it was, she said if she ever caught me screwing around back in 1980 something, she'd just come in and pull the plug on that time machine. And I told her, I said, that's kind of mean. That's uncalled for. I said, and that makes for a long walk back for me. I guess I better wear some comfortable shoes if I ever come up with something like that. I tell friends, I don't need any gifts, I don't need any presents on any occasion. I've got more junk than I know what to do with. But I did get a sweater for Christmas. Real good looking, nicely put together, excellent fit, but given the preference, I would take a moaner or a screamer. A flasher would work, No biters, Clarks, I hate the laughers, that. Yeah. About this time of year, middle of winter, a lot of people get depressed. They start thinking about things like their own mortality. And I'm not one of those people. The main thing I'd be concerned about is I just wouldn't want it to be in some sort of circumstance where people would say, I was the he would have made it guy. If I'd have been standing 6 inches to my left, he would have made it. If he'd only gone through that intersection 2 seconds earlier, he would have made it. If that woman's husband hadn't come home early from work, yeah. Sort of along the same lines would be, he never knew what hit him, guy. 1, that makes you sound like you don't pay attention to what's going on around you. 2, that makes you look like an idiot. And C, you don't want to be the new guy in the hereafter saying, how'd I get here? What happened to me? What's up with these bullet holes? The best thing by far would be, he never stood a chance, guy. No loose ends, no unanswered questions. You may be the new guy in the hereafter, but you're going to make some friends right off the bat. Some guy's going to come up to you. Dude, we were watching the whole thing, man. You and your next door neighbor lady were butt naked. She was bent over the kitchen counter and y'all were just getting into it. Then that car door shut. And you completely misunderstood what she meant when she said, that's my husband. Quick, hit the back door. In my defense, you just don't get that kind of offer every day, I'll tell you. 1978, I was a freshman, starting college, working as a bank boy. And in those days, we would load the groceries into the customers' vehicles for them. Late one afternoon, about this time of year, regular customer came down the line, nice lady. I'd say she was in her late 30s. Before too long, she's paid up, cart ready to go, out the door we go. No sooner do we get out in the parking lot, she stops and she turns to me and she says, Richard, I have an itchy pussy. I looked at her and I said, I gotta be... Don't get ahead of me. I told her, I said, I have to be honest with you, all those Japanese cars look the same to me. You know, I think about, being there back at that spot from time to time. And I got to tell you, best conclusion I've come to is, I wish I could be 18 again, but with what I know now. Thank you all for coming out. We appreciate it. So do.